Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Bronte and I love talking about all things home renovation, DIY home hacks and lifestyle as I renovate our first house. So make sure you subscribe right now so that you never miss out on another home DIY or clean with me style video. Today I'm excited because I'm doing my first ever clean with me video, which I see all the time on YouTube. I find them super satisfying to watch, so I thought I would film one for you guys. My clean with me video today is going to be taking you through our clean with me home renovation edition. If you would like to see other home renovation videos, I will link them down in the description box down below, as I have done a laundry makeover as well as a home tour, and I'm thinking about uploading a bathroom ensuite makeover. So if you would like to see that, make sure you like this video and comment down below. I hope you're prepared for a lot of mess. I had a lot of mess going on in this clean with me video where I do the entire house cleaning, and comment down below of course, as I would love to hear from you guys and what you guys like watching. So if you would like to clean with me in this home renovation edition, then let's get straight into the video. If you guys have ever renovated before, you would know that this is probably not uncommon. I know my house has gotten this crazy many times over the past 2 years we've been renovating, so it is like a combination of renovation things and also just regular mess. Like kitchens are the worst because they already get so messy anyway, and then we were also painting our window frames so they were all taped up. Oh, and by the way, I was painting wardrobe doors, and as it was raining I did it inside the house, so that's why these are laying on the floor as I just painted them. And if it's not enough, I am looking all kinds of glam right now. I've been working all day at this point anyway, so I thought I'd start off by removing the painter's tape and all of the newspaper from these window frames after we had sprayed the window frames, just because I thought if I removed all this mess and let some light back in, it might make me feel a little bit more happy. So as you can see, I'm removing all the tape from these window frames. It's actually quite satisfying to watch, to be honest, and then also removing all of the newspaper and putting that in the recycling. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. Once I removed all the newspaper and the tape from this area and this window, I really felt immediately better. It just lets so much extra light in. I don't know about you, but a dark house definitely makes me feel a little bit down, so I like to get as much light in as possible. So this immediately made me feel a lot happier already. What I wanted to do was try and clean up some mess, so I had some paint tins and some other things that were just left everywhere that really did not belong in the kitchen. I feel like moving clutter around, putting things back to where they are meant to be, makes me feel so much happier. As you can see, putting things in drawers and cupboards, and also trying to clean up some of the dishes that we had left around, as I thought that it would make it easier to clean the rest of the house. And I always like to know that things always have a spot in my house, and you can see things that I'm collecting together are things that need to go out into James's shed or need to go into a different area, because I find moving things and putting them together if they aren't meant to be there is very helpful, instead of doing multiple back and forth trips, which I am also guilty of when I'm cleaning up. So as you can see, I just started really cleaning all my dishes, but it also was a whole lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of dishes in that sink that you can't currently see. Just removing these things from my island bench top that are meant to be in the garage and other parts of the house just made me feel so much better immediately. Like I said, I just grouped them together, and I did actually put them on a different table, but I sort of do that so that James will come and sort of put his things in other places. And then I went onto the actual cleaning part and really getting into the wiping down of the benches. We had some trays, breadboards, and the benches were just filthy. Like, I'm not sure if you guys can relate. If you've done any home renovation stuff before, let me know in the comments below. It gets so unbelievably dusty. I can't even explain to you how much I have to dust and how often I have to dust. Cleaning with me always involves wiping down of everything, as it always gets a lot of dust on it, especially when you are doing home renovations. It's always worse, so please, if you relate, comment down below. The dust is out of control. And I realized I had to fill the hand soap up, and clearly not on the ball today, as I spilt it all on the bench. So that's not great, but at least I was still in the middle of cleaning up, and I mean, soap on the bench is not the worst thing ever. P.S. How weird does my ponytail look on the side right now? Like, I actually don't know what my hair was doing that day. Like, look at my sponge right now. It is out of control. I promise that I'd clean all the time, so it's definitely a lot to do with the dust that we have going on in our house at the moment. Took a mini break from the kitchen to help James remove the painting tape from the hallway that he had just given fresh paint, a fresh few coats of paint. So we just had painter's tape around the door frames and well, they're all door frames around there so that they didn't get paint on them. And then next, I love my kitchen island bench, but I swear it ends up the dirtiest and with the most amount of stuff on it because of its size. It's just so easy to just put things on it, and then it just gets piled up with a whole bunch of stuff, and I just find it so hard to keep it clean. So if you guys have any tips on how to keep your kitchen island bench super clean, please let me know in the comments below, because I am very open to tips about how to keep that clean. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And then I took the rubbish, or as Americans would call it, the trash, out, and I pulled the bag up and it like dropped the bin. So I don't know what the hell I was doing. So then that the kitchen is finally done, I always start with the kitchen, as it is always the hardest. Even when it doesn't look like that, it's the hardest thing for me to clean, just because it feels like there is a lot. So everything else seems a lot easier, and in the house it seems immediately cleaner when I start there. So definitely gives me so much zen when I have a really clean kitchen. So I can move onto my dining room table, which also doubles as our laundry area, especially in this wet weather. Today it had like things like paint rollers, as you can see, that I had to pull off and wrap with Glad wrap, as well as other paint supplies that I had all put on the table. So like I mentioned, I sort of pull things together. So I pulled things together and also separated a lot of the rubbish that I had in there as well, sort of from the windows and stuff like that. So I put that all in the bin, and then I also go ahead and sort of take all the clothes off my mini clothesline, just so that I can sort of clear the clothesline and put it away. It's easy, an easy one to fold up, which is really good when it's raining. I always put it inside because I don't have a dryer, so I'm not sure if anyone feels that same kind of way as me. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos, where you go, every corner twice as bright, they'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. You find some weird stuff when you're renovating a house, that's for sure. Now onto folding all our clothes. I sort of separate all the socks and sort of do them first, and then I separate my clothes as I hang most of my clothes up in a wardrobe, and then I also fold most of James's clothes up as we don't have a huge amount of wardrobe space. So I utilize the Marie Kondo method, especially for James's clothes, so that I can utilize the best amount of space possible.
Your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Oh, and if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store.
And then I also wanted to tidy up my dining room table. So I removed the table runner that I had on there for a while and sort of put that in the wash. And I separated the native flowers, emptied the vase that they were in, and sort of got some fresh water and put the other 2 bunches in so that I could put them in different locations. Honestly, feels so much better not having clothes on my dining room table. Can I tell you that? I hope you guys can relate. Next, onto the lounge room, which actually wasn't too messy. It doesn't really get that messy because it's not that cluttered compared to other areas of the house, but just needed some rearrangement as there was some furniture pushed around, which, just adds to the mess.
The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it.
The blankets I just use to protect the couch from the dogs, which, if you have dogs, you'll understand. It's so hard to keep them off the couch, I'm not gonna lie. And that was a really easy clean, but it definitely makes the world of difference when you do a little cleaning, a little bit of wiping down in the lounge room. Okay, so now onto the final room, which is our master bedroom, which isn't currently the worst in the worst shape, but definitely not doing so great, especially in our ensuite area, which is still under renovations as I filmed this. If you would like to see the renovated ensuite, please let me know in the comments below, as I would be happy to show you our progress.
The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Oh, and if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store.
I always end cleaning my house with folding my clothes and hanging my clothes up. So my method is basically put it all on the bed and then separate it based on what I am going to be folding and putting in my dresser, and then what I'm going to be hanging up. And then so I sort of just separated my clothes and started folding them like that.
Pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store.
I do have a very small wardrobe. I know it's not like the smallest in the whole world, but it's definitely quite small compared to like my other wardrobe that I was used to. My dream would be to have a walk-in wardrobe, obviously. I mean, whose dream isn't that? But although I'm not the cleanest person in the world, I definitely like to keep my wardrobe relatively color-coded. As you can see, I have a bunch of white tops and they stay together, and honestly, it would stress me out if they weren't together.
Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff.
This is not something I do every week, but having these mirrored wardrobe doors, I definitely feel the need to clean them as often as possible. So I always get like this squeegee, or I don't know what it is actually called, to be honest. It has like a sponge on one end, and I just use like warm soapy water, and I just put a towel down to avoid any like dripping excess on the floor. So I just put the towel down and then sort of just soap sponge clean it. It honestly makes such a difference. Then that was it for the bedroom and the house. Yay! We all need a little bit of motivation, so I hope my mess and ability to clean up inspires you. Let me know your idea of a good spring clean or other areas that you think is super important to organize in your house in the comments below, as I would love to hear from you guys. And that was my entire clean with me video. It was a bit of a disaster, but I love getting my house nice and clean. So if you did like this clean with me video, my first ever clean with me video, make sure you drop a comment down below and let me know, and also like this video, give it a big thumbs up if you haven't already, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss another video like this. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you all hopefully very, very soon. Bye guys.